Tina here. I hope you're having a fabulous start to your Tuesday. I know it's early in the morning for some of you, but thanks so much for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Today we are going to create a card. We're using a die set that I've had in my stash for a very long time. I picked this up at Spellbinders. It's called Flight 1, and I love the birdhouse in here. This is one of those die sets that kind of can be great together, but also can be great as standalone kind of dies because I love the swirl. This looks great with florals. You have the birds that go great with the birdhouse, and then of course the tag is great for sentiments, for all sorts of cards. You just find a stamp that would fit on the inside. So we're going to be using this. We're going to use everything but the tag die for our card today. I'm actually going to die cut out a greeting that says blessed from Waffle flower. So we're going to use this. I mentioned I've had it in my stash for a while. I actually have a huge basket of all these things that I've bought, and I wanted to share with you some fabulous pattern papers. I really like this one. Seed beads. I always thought these little wooden stars in here were cute, but I have a basket filled with stuff. So I thought we would break out an item from the Try It Out Tuesday basket and create a fun card. We're going to start by doing some die cutting. I'm sure everybody has those baskets filled with stuff that we haven't used yet, but we need to give them some love today. Okay, I have a piece of cardstock, and we're going to die cut out the birdhouse. We're just going to keep it white because I'm going to have a pretty blue background for my card today. I'm going to die cut it out 3 times, and I think I'm going to use some of my double-sided tape. Spellbinders has some white liner tape that's great to put behind cardstock that's a double-sided adhesive, but I have a roll that I'm going to use today. This is double-sided tape, and I love the way it tears. I'm just going to add it to a piece of scratch white cardstock. I will tack it down, and then I just tear it off. Kind of rub it in really good. I don't need to press too good because my die cutting machine will press these together. But this will just save a step from gluing the birdhouse layers together. We're going to stack 3 together to give the birdhouse a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to just trim down 3 strips with this, make it easy. Our birds, there's 2 of them. I'm going to die cut out with white cardstock also. I'm going to color in with my Distress Oxide inks today. We're going to show those some love also. And we're going to add a little pizzazz with our little swirl using some Spellbinders glitter cardstock. Let me grab it. Let's see, which color shall we use for our card today? We have champagne and we have gold. Usually I use my champagne, but I think I'm going to use my gold today. We'll go traditional. If you guys haven't used Spellbinders glitter cardstock, it's really nice. It's no shed. It's a nice weight. The back has like a Yupo paper feel, almost a synthetic paper feel, and it die cuts really nicely. I'm going to use my scissors. Let's trim down a piece here. And I'm going to die cut out 3 pieces. Let's create 3 swirls with our glitter cardstock. And again, I'm not going to use the tag today. While we're die cutting, I also have a panel of white cardstock. This measures 3.5 inches wide by 4 3/4 inches tall. These are my waffle flower rectangles. There's 5 dies in here. I'm going to take the second from the smallest. They're double stitched, so it'll leave stitched lines on the inside and outside. So the nice thing is the negative piece you can throw back in your stash pile and use it on a different card project. I'm just going to tape this down, just making sure it's centered, and I will run all of these through my die cut machine, and I will be right back. Okay, I have everything die cut. You see the inside piece has stitch detail. So always put this in my stash and we can create another card for that. So that's going to be our frame. And we have adhesive behind each of our birdhouses. I'm going to go ahead and remove the release paper. And we're going to tack all three of these together, just stacking them. This is going to give us some nice dimension, and I don't have to fussy with adhesive or glue, which is really nice. Sometimes double-sided tape is nice to have on hand. The one that I use I'll link down below if you guys are interested. But we're just going to layer these. And of course, I'm doing this so I have a little bit of dimension to my birdhouse. You really could put foam tape behind these middle layers. I think there's plenty of room here. Okay, after we have this done, we have our birds. Look how pretty these flourishes are. Love these. I'm going to go ahead and glue down my flourishes right now. I'm going to put some adhesive behind my glitter. I'm going to tuck the, I like it kind of overlapping, so I'm going to tuck the end behind here and kind of let it trail up. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I have a glue holder. I'll show you guys. I keep my glue in. This actually will hold the Barely Art glue too. Let me see. I have actually two of them. This one holds my Barely Art glue perfectly. You can see, well, the glue clobs up on the bottom. You just take this and throw it away. But with the Barely Art, the tip kind of pierced a hole in the bottom. So sometimes it will leak through. But it holds my glue nicely upside down. I've tried to link this before, but I think they sold out so fast. I couldn't find them. I got it on Amazon. So I ended up picking up another one. It's sections. Oops. Fix my desk here. But it's sections. Let me see. You can see. And it holds the glue bottles beautifully. This one's coming soon. I can't talk about that yet. I'm kind of playing with it to tell you, to see if I like it or not. But this one will hold the Barely Art glue too. I do want to mention with this one, I had to use my scissors and I trimmed around on the plastic here. I just trimmed away. It was a circle, a smaller circle. I just trimmed away some pieces. Let me show you. I trimmed away. With this one, it was rounded. I just used my scissors and trimmed away so my bottles of glue can just slide in and they're easily removed. But it works great. I love this for my craft desk. And with it being a silicone bottom on the inside, this is a lot thicker base down here, so I know it's not, my glue's not going to pierce, either of them are not going to pierce the inside. So, but this, I will link this down below because I can find this for you guys, but they work great for glue holders. The only thing that I do want to say is those little puddles of glue do accumulate at the very bottom. So you do waste a little bit of the glue, but to me it's nice. I haven't had a problem with it clogging yet, so I like these. I really like this one, but I couldn't find them no more. So nice little glue holders for your desk. Look like little brandy cups or something. This one looks like a sundae cup. They have different colors too. I think they have pink and teals. In case you guys are wondering, I thought I would share. And we will add some glue behind here. And I will add some glue behind here, and we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to tuck it underneath. I kind of like going around those windows, giving it a little extra pizzazz. I think that looks really pretty. And I have one more. I thought I could do one more down here at the bottom, just to give this a little extra down here. Maybe we should do that. But I'm going to use a greeting, so I'm not going to add this one just yet. But I love using these as frames. This die set works out beautifully. Okay, we're keeping this white. I do want to create a background and color in my birds for my card. Okay, we're going to start by ink blending our background. I have Twisted Citron and Tumbled Glass. We're going to start with Tumbled Glass. I'm going to use my blending tool. And we're going to add some blue at the very top. Sorry for the shaky camera. I mentioned this before, but on my old craft desk, I didn't have to worry about shaky cameras because it wasn't mounted to my desk. It was mounted to my ceiling. This one here is mounted directly to my desk, and so my camera does shake a little bit. Sorry about that. So we have blue, and now we're going to go in with green, which is the lovely Twisted Citron. I'm just going to fade up. Since my birdhouse is white, I don't want to leave any gap here. So we're just going to blend both of these together. And I'm thinking that looks great. So that's going to fit behind our window. I think that's going to look nice. We're going to put this to the side, and we're going to ink blend our birds. I may have to zoom in for this. I thought we'd do multicolored birds. These are kind of little. So I have, I thought we would use carved pumpkin and peacock feathers, and I am going to use these colors also. Maybe. I thought we'd mix and match these colors. Let me scoot this over. And I'm going to use my blending tools. Since these are little, I'm going to bring in my Spellbinders blending brushes. And I showed these little containers before that are great for die cut projects, but I found something that would fit in here beautifully. These are the small stack and storage containers from Spellbinders, but my Spellbinders blending brushes will fit in here beautifully. So I found something that fits in here lovely for storage. In fact, the blending brushes from Spellbinders come in a pack of 3. So you get a small, a medium, and a little bit larger in a pack. And I'm going to be using the medium to add a little ink to my birds. This works out perfectly. So if these are nice little containers, they're very heavy duty and they're quality made too. Okay, they do not hold pens though, I do want to mention. I think if you have like a, I tried my zig markers in here and it didn't fit. So, but the Spellbinders blending brushes will fit in here nicely. Okay, let's take some peacock feathers. I'm going to add a little color here, and we're going to add some blue. I wanted to make it like a multicolored bird. Just add some color. And then I'm going to add some carved pumpkin. I love oranges and blues together. So we'll just add a little color. When you kind of blend blue and orange together, it kind of creates a muddy look. So be careful if you do that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of green. And maybe a little bit more blue at the very bottom. So I'm going to bring back my peacock feathers. We'll add a little blue here at the bottom. Okay, we have some multicolored birds that are just cute. Very easy to color in. And I'm going to bring in a black memento marker. If you have a Sharpie, they have the thin Sharpies too. Let me show you. I have these in my craft room. I think you can get these for $1 at the dollar store. These work great for adding little dots to the bird's eyes. Or flower centers too. So this is a nice marker because it has a brush tip, but I hardly ever use the brush tip. A nice alternative is the Sharpie. Okay, birds are done. And we'll put these aside. I am going to put some foam tape behind my birds. My blessed greeting is from Waffle Flower. We're going to die cut this out. The shadow with the Spellbinders vellum. And then I'm also going to take the blessed and die cut that out with some waterfall cardstock. This is Spellbinders waterfall cardstock. I'm actually going to create a background panel with this. So I'll run this through and zoom back out and we will put together our card. Let's take our waterfall A2 panel and put it on our card base. And I'm going to use my glue for this because it's on my desk. Okay, so we have a waterfall card front, white on the inside. Mine's top folding. I'm going to go ahead and place this in the center and add some glue. With the glue, it's going to give me a little bit of wiggle room on my placement, because I am going to pop up my frame also. So I'll add this to the center, and I just want to make sure that this is covered. I went ahead and put foam tape behind my frame, and we're going to remove the release paper here. And we're going to place this right in the center of our card base. Actually, should we round the corners? Let's do something different and round the corners. Let me grab my corner rounder. I'm going to put back the release paper here at the top because I'm going to round the corners if I can. I'm going to add, yeah, let's round the corners on top here. And I'm also going to round the corners of my card base on top. Wonderful. Then we can go ahead and place this. Something a little different is always nice. So we're going to add this right in the center. Okay, let's add our birdhouse. I'm putting glue just behind the letters, not the vellum. And then we can add our greeting. I'm going to put it at the very bottom, centering it. Okay, and then I have this flourish that we can add, and I was thinking about overlapping it over to where this swirl will hit the E beautifully. So let's add some glue behind here. And we'll do a little tucking. For this bird, I actually chopped off his little legs. I like the way he's sitting on that better. Okay, and Spellbinders has some new opaque splatter white watercolor. They sent this to me and I thought I would share it with you. I do want to mention that this is only 25 ounces. So when I first opened the jar, I was kind of a little bit surprised because there wasn't too much in there. So there is, at first glance, you're going to think, well, they give me a half, well, actually more, it's less than half. This jar is only filled like 1/4 of the inch way. The jar is really big, but there's only like this much of product. From here to here, this much of product in here. They said that that's intentional, and it does say there's only 25 ounces worth of product in here. So don't be shocked if you guys do order this and there's not very much paint in here. But this is a splatter white opaque watercolor, and I'm going to add some splatters with this. I'm going to keep the top on. They say a little goes. Spellbinders Flight has a video, I'll link it down below, explaining this. They say a little bit goes a long way. So I probably have too much here, but I'm going to add some water. Mix it together. And I'm going to splatter on my background. I'm hoping, and it is, you can see how strong it is on your colored cardstock. This is fairly light cardstock. I have lots of left over. What we can do is test it on some different colors. I have my scrap bin. Let's test it on some other colors of cardstock. You can see how bright white that is, and I watered it down pretty good. Let me see it on a darker cardstock. Let's see. This would make nice galaxy backgrounds or splatters on dark cardstock. This is really pretty. So it works great for darker colors of cardstock too. Snowy skies would be great. That will finish off my card today. I thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.